talking money, our first guest is a very successful businessman and investor. You can see him every week on Shark Tank. Y'all take a look.
You ever offer anybody $500,000 and they didn't even acknowledge it or give you any kind of answer?
I was thinking about you the whole time, and these questions are coming, and I so apologize. But
So what do you think?
I think it's a pretty good deal. I think it's a pretty good deal. I'm not the royalties piece and paying you back.
But you're overselling at this point, right?
No, you're not, because some of us still have questions.
Okay, but what happens though?
Because it's complicated.
Listen, you see how long your pitch is? I was sitting for 20 minutes asking for an answer.
Please welcome Daymond John Money.
This is great.
Thank you for being here.
Going on here.
Yeah. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh my God. Look at the money, y'all. Okay.
Aw.
Hold on. I'm so excited to have you here. You started FUBU and you said you started with $40.
I did.
And it grew to $6 billion. I'm just trying to process that.
$6 billion in sales.
In sales.
Yeah.
Teach us. I'm listening.
I was so in love with with hip hop, but I couldn't sing or rap, and I wanted to find ways to get onto the video sets. So,
Wow.
Good Friday, 1989, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I made some hats the night before, and I sold them. I sold $800 worth of hats in 1 hour, and I realized at that point I was never going to work for anybody ever again the rest of my life.
I see the determination in your face. It's like still very present.
And I worked for a lobster for 5 years after that, but that's
Oh
another
my
story.
God. After that, you did?
Yeah, I still had to keep my day job, of course.
Okay, so how did you get into fashion? Like, what brought you into the fashion?
We were poor, and my mother didn't have enough money to alter the clothes, and she showed me how to sew so that I could sew. I was a break dancer as a kid, and they didn't make clothes the right way for break. The legs are too big or whatever, so I learned how to sew a straight line, and it was what my mother taught me around 10 years old that I would turn into a business 10 years later, at 20 years old, by picking up that skill. Yeah.
I'm sure your mama is really good and proud.
Yeah, moms are the best. Moms are our first angel
Yes.
investors, yeah.
That is so true.
Yeah, they give us that thing called life.
That thing called life and inspire us to do what we love to do, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
I love that. And you were a dancer? You performed?
I was a break dancer, but I had auditioned to be on tour with the music group Houdini when I was a kid, and I was about 14, 15 years old. My mother said, "Boy, you ain't going on no tour." And later on, I would see the video. I didn't know who he was because he lived out of Atlanta, but this kid named Jermaine Dupree took my place as a break dancer for Houdini. And it was, I grew up in Hollis, Queens. Everybody was from Hollis, Queens. Run DMC, Salt and Pepper, Lost Boys, Tribe Called Quest, LL Cool J. So, I couldn't rap. I needed to get into this. So anyway, it shows showing, loving your passion is always a position in that world. Like for every athlete, there's 10 people around that athlete that are managers or something else. You don't have to be that one person. There's so many people behind the scenes right here that make us look so good.
That is so true. That is so true. Your mom was one of your first investors.
My mother was my first investor, of course. Well, she let me mortgage the house. I always say that being an entrepreneur is challenging, but nothing more challenging than being a single mother.
Wow.
Right? And mothers, whether you're a single mother or a married mother, mothers figure it out, and that's all entrepreneurship is. But as you're a mother, if you bring a child in the world, there's no book that's going to show you exactly how to raise that child. You don't give away your child if your child always has an earache. I mean, Kevin O'Leary would give away his child, but other than that, you figure it out, and that's how I got my hustle. My mother, as a single mother, taught me how to hustle.
That is And can you tell everyone about your event, Black Entrepreneurs?
Black Entrepreneurs Day, when we turned around a couple of years ago and we saw kids burning down businesses. I felt bigger that instead of burning them down, they should be building businesses. And I got together and I called, thank you. I got together and I called a lot of my celebrity friends and sponsors and people of all colors gathered around and said, you know what, let's get together. And during the pandemic, I hosted this online. but I gave away $250,000 to struggling black businesses to keep them open. And then the second year, thank you. Second year, I got to do it live in front of Apollo Theater, JP Morgan Chase underwrites it, and so many great companies like The General and everybody else. Hopefully one day I'll get to interview you, but I've interviewed such amazing stars like Kevin Hart and Shaquille O'Neal, and people showing not only that they did it, but where they lost and where they failed. Gave away another $250,000, and listen, you think about it, early 90s, I was selling hats in front of the Apollo. Then, when I made money, I was able to get a seat in front of the Apollo. And now I'm able to book out the Apollo and give this opportunity to somebody else who's going to be bigger and better, the paying the bill I ever will. So, it's amazing.
It's so
Wow.
More with Daymond. We'll be right back.